Welcome to MotoGP Mac. In today's video we're going to talk about the sprint race that just happened in Assen. Now before we get into it, here's how it finished. Marc Marquez won it from Alex Marquez, Marco Bezzecchi, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Pecco Bagnaia, Maverick Vinales, Pedro Acosta, Fermin Aldeguer, Franco Morbidelli, Brad Binder, Johan Zarco, Miguel Oliveira, Enea Bastianini, Jack Miller, Alex Rins, Lorenzo Savadori, Aya Ogura, Aleix Espargaro, Sam Kichantra, Fabio Quartararo crashed, Raul Fernandez retired to the pit lane, and Joan Mir also crashed. So for the sprint race to start off, Marc got an absolute belter of a start from P4 around the outside of Fabio, and there was a good battle there between them for a couple of corners. But then realistically, it was all game over. Marc, you knew Marc was going to get past Fabio, and that was going to be the end of it. Alex was close to Marc. There was, I think, sector 3, Alex was much faster than Marc, but you always knew Alex was never going to throw it down the inside of Marc. So you always knew that Marc was never really under too much pressure. All he had to do was stay middle of the road, and Alex wouldn't go near him. Marco Bezzecchi, good pace, but it was in and out pace. Fabio Di Giannantonio, good solid race from him actually. Passing Pecco is no easy thing to do, but Pecco didn't really have any pace in the sprint race. You could just see it was the same old problems for Pecco in the sprint race. He just didn't have the feeling, couldn't pass anyone back, etc. Maverick Vinales, top KTM, really good showing from him. Pedro Acosta, I'm not sure whether he'll hold this position. He did, I believe, get a long lap with 1 lap to go, so he may not have done that, so he may actually fall back. Fermin Aldeguer, good enough race from him as well, even including a long lap for track limits. Franco Morbidelli, a little bit surprised, but I suppose there will be definitely more that comes out of what actually happened to Franco during that. Brad Binder, good race from him, up 6 spots from his qualifying position. Johan Zarco, again, it's not really where I expected him to be. Yes, he did qualify 12th, but I kind of expected him to be a little further forward. But again, it is a sprint race and stuff happens in the opening laps, especially here. The first couple of corners can end your race very, very quickly. Miguel Oliveira, good race from him, up 6 spots. Also, Enea Bastianini, good race as well, up 4 spots. Jack Miller started 14th, finished 14th, so not really the best race for Jack. Alex Rins came forward a small bit, 4 spots, but again, you would think that Alex would be above Miguel Oliveira at the very, very least. Lorenzo Savadori, good race from him. Aya Ogura, up 3 spots, but did run off in a collision with someone at the start of the race, so not a bad recovery. Aleix Espargaro, good race from him. Pace looked an awful lot better than Sam Kichantra, and just to put it into context, 13 laps of a race, and he was 5 seconds ahead of Sam Kichantra, who is, yes, a rookie, but Aleix is coming in, learning the Honda, and he is better pace than him. So it was writings on the wall in my view for Sam Kichantra, if I'm very, very honest. Fabio Quartararo lost the front and crashed, and Raul Fernandez went down pit lane. Not really sure what was the technical problem, and Joan Mir had a crash, I think at turn 1 or turn 2, but his crash gate continues. All in all, the race wasn't great. There wasn't an awful lot of battling at the front. Yes, there were a few passes in the opening laps, but it settled down very, very quickly, and there was not a lot happening. I really hope Dorna with Liberty Media now, who own the series, really look at kind of like battle channels and something like this, just to keep people interested during this. It is very hard when you're just watching the status quo, I suppose, at the front. But let's wait and see. Tomorrow is a different day, race day tomorrow. For me, Marc was brilliant, battered and bruised, of course, from his crashes, but he remained unchallenged at the front. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What did you think of the sprint, and who is your race winner tomorrow? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.